Dear participants of the summit, dear friends and colleagues, it's been 10 years since the illegal occupation of Crimea by Russia is going on, and the full-scale war has touched every corner of our country. Crimean occupation was the beginning of Russian aggression, but now we can say its actual scale. That's a war against world security, human rights, and freedoms of the countries and nations to choose their future. Crimea, as all Ukraine, has become a symbol of resistance. We have shown the world that we're capable to protect our lands, even in the most complicated conditions. The Ukrainian soldiers, the Ukrainian citizens on the occupied territories and their modern technologies are demarcating the new borders of Russia's red lines. One of the focuses of this historical summit is the Battle of Black Sea that is going on as the Battle of Crimea. Last year, I remembered in my presentation my friend, First Deputy of the Chair of the Majlis of the Crimean Tatarian people, Nariman Jilela, and I said at that time he must be liberated. Now he's with us, and his wife is near the husband, and the children can feel parental care. But we need to remember about the hundreds of other people that were not freed yet and that are suffering on the occupied territories and also in Russia. Over 219 our citizens from Crimea are still in illegal incarceration. Vladislav Lysipenko, Liniyo Merova, Bogdan Ziza, Irina Danilovich, Server Mustafaev, and many different. Ukraine will not leave them unattended. Together with our partners, we're going to do our best to free every one of them and to return them to their families. During the full-scale invasion, over 1,000 our citizens were persecuted in the occupation for supporting Ukraine, for its national symbols, for culture, and they're persecuted for just wanting to live in Ukraine. We need to support them. We understand that this full-scale war has changed lots of our plans, but we have not refused our principles and our goals, and now we're making our particular steps on our way to the occupation and battlefield, and also on the political diplomatic level. Now there's a decision that was developed now to recover public authorities in Crimea and Sevastopol, together with higher education establishments. Educational programs are working to prepare public workers, public servants, plus some legislations were amended for the population. We are also supporting indigenous people, including the Crimean Tatars, supporting their language and culture. That they're a key people. They're part of the Ukrainian population, and we're struggling for them and for their return to the political and social space of Ukraine. And we have presented many times our plans for Crimea after the occupation. Now we're working with the civil society, international partners, and other stakeholders on how to deal with the issues and bottlenecks when it comes to that. And that stipulates some particular steps as to education, the politics of memory, indigenous people, renewal of justice, and other issues. Today, all the communities should support the peace formula proposed by President Zelensky, which clearly gives us the ways for just and long-lasting peace. One of the key elements of this is the freeing or liberation of all the deported people, including children, Ukrainian children, and also that includes also food safety and recovery of Ukraine's territorial integrity. And this is not only our interest, but that's a global interest of those who are striving for world and peace, for peace in the world. That might also be a maturity test, not only for Ukraine, but also for the rest of the international community. We need to prepare the peninsula for integration, provide for the human rights of those who have suffered from the occupation regime. And that stipulates big reforms in the area of human rights, the rights of indigenous people, and the strengthening of Ukraine's infrastructure. We're supporting citizens that are already getting ready for that, and your support will always be to the point. Solidarity and joint way for prosperity and security of Crimea has been and will be part of Ukraine. Today, thanks to the armed forces of Ukraine, we can feel that moment closing on us, and on us depends how quickly we're going to get it. The Ukrainian army has proven that we're able to protect our land and our people, that we are ready to fight until the end. And I thank you, dear contributors, who is in the most difficult times with us. And somebody will get back to Crimea, get back home. Somebody will just pay a visit, but anyway, they will come back. Glory to Ukraine. I'm done. Thank you very much, Ms. Tamila, for your work.